Saturday. Happy Saturday. How's everybody? Man, oh man, oh man. What a time we living in. What a time we living in. So much going on, so much going on, so much going on. But you know what? I thank God regardless. No matter what it is, how it is, or what's going on around you, or what obstacles you may face. And there's some crazy people in this world. Mental health is real. Mental health is real. Mental health is real. It's real. And you have to think, because when people out here and they do certain things and they do certain stuff, they don't think about the consequences of what can happen or what may happen or the repercussions of what can be done or come against them. You can't do dirt against somebody and then think it won't come back to you. So many times in life we think that we can get away with stuff, but you won't get away with anything. God sees all, God knows all. And we have to ask ourselves, what would Jesus do in a time like this? What side would Jesus stand on? Jesus would stand on what's right. Because some of the stuff that's going on in the world, where they're trying to make the wrong stuff look right and the right stuff look wrong, time to wake up. Time to evaluate stuff going around. Time for people to wake up. Time for America to wake up. Look at the way our country is being ran by an incompetent administration. We have a president that don't know his left from his right. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But as we go today, it's an Easter weekend, and we should really thank God for thank God for life, for health, for strength, for our families, for our protection. Because without God, we're nothing. I know you can't see me. I don't want to be seen. Is that an issue? I don't want to be seen. Maybe one day. But like I was saying, we serve a mighty God. And as we think about Easter, you have to think about all that God went through for us. How he was hung, he was beat, he was mocked. Look, we cursing them. If you can't be respectful, or if you can't say anything nice or polite, don't say nothing at all. Rebecca, I'm sorry. I wasn't being rude. I know you can't see me. I just don't. Normally when I do lives, I don't put my face up. It's just the way I do it. I'm sorry. Maybe one day. But if you want to see my face, I think I got some pictures on my community wall. You can find them on there. Just click on my post and you'll be able to see it on there. I wasn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. But like I'm saying, as you go into Easter weekend, as you go into Easter, we have to think of the sacrifice that God made. And we have to think about, are we living our life to his potential? Are we living our life the way he wants us to live? Are we doing the thing necessary? Would God be pleased at what we're doing? Would God be pleased at the things we're doing? You can talk it, you can walk, you can talk this, you can talk it, but can you walk the walk? Will you do what's needed to proceed in life? But like I was saying, mental health is real. People get on the internet and they say any and everything without thinking there'll be consequences to say. Consequences. Okay, that's fine. Did you subscribe to my channel? Thank you for coming. And may God bless you this Easter weekend. But like I was saying, are you doing the stuff necessary that God would be proud of? Are you doing stuff to the abilities that you should be doing stuff? If you left this earth today, do you think you would go to heaven, or where would you go? That's the question. That's the question. Have you put in the work? I know you can't see me. I choose not to be seen. One day I would come up on the mic, but not today. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I just don't like to be seen sometimes. But back to what I was saying. If you left this earth today, would God be satisfied with what you have done down here? And that's including myself. Every day is a struggle. Every day is real. But you know what? I thank God that I'm able to get up. I'm able to work. I'm able to walk. I'm able to see. It's the little things in life that people take for granted. Like if you can walk or if you can talk. It's a whole lot of people that can't do any of those things. Walk, talk, see. And we take it for granted. We take it for granted. We take it for granted. But we can't be taking stuff for granted. We take it for granted. We take it for granted. We take stuff for granted. We take stuff for granted. It's the little things. We all have the ability to go out and bless someone's life. Say something nice to someone. Do something nice to someone. It don't even have to be a neighbor or a family member. You could just walk up to a stranger and you may not know what that stranger is going through, but you might say one thing that would help that person. That person might be on the edge of doing something that he shouldn't do. But your words and kindness could sway that person to come back. See, God is love. God is patience. He doesn't dwell in conflict and confusion. And I do know one thing. God is not pleased about this war going on. God is not pleased. I truly believe that. God is not pleased. In the way that you have one man thinking he's holier than thou, running the United States of America, think he can't be touched. We have to really look at ourselves as people. It's time for people to start looking at what for what it is. When you got one man in the White House thinking he is above all and knows all. And it's really embarrassing when God bless our soldiers, but our soldier got shot down in a plane and now they're trying to search and find him. We shouldn't be there in the first place. We shouldn't be there in the first place. And half of America knows it. That's why our allies won't help out with this war because it's an illegal war. Hello, unknown plug. It's an an illegal war. The only reason this war happened is because of the Epstein files. The Epstein files. The Epstein files. People need transparency. People wants to know what really happened to the Epstein files. Trafficking of women, young girls, young boys, or whatever it may be, is wrong on so many levels. And them families, they need answers. They need closure. Something that the president don't want to happen because he knows he's in them files. Any kind of human trafficking, any kind of abuse, whether it's sexual, rape, whatever it may be, man, woman, wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. Discrimination. Discrimination. Whether you white, brown, black, Muslim, doesn't matter. It does not matter. We all have the right to life. We all have the right to be what we want to be, do what we want to do, say what we want to say. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And some of the things I see going on YouTube, some of the conversations, because I be in the bushes, it's just sad. It's just sad. Sad, 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 sad. Sad. And you know, I know some people on here that I'm affiliated with, some good people. And they do their content. They moved on from certain sectors. But people are still trying to draw them in. And see, one thing about it is, when you're growing and when you're blessed, that's when the devil comes in and the devil attacks. Because the devil doesn't want them to prosper. The devil doesn't want them to be blessed. The devil doesn't want them to continue doing what they're doing. But you can't stop what God has for you. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus gives you something, it's for you. When Jesus blesses you, it's for you. It's for no one else. It's for no one else. It's for no one else. That's why I'm so proud. I'm so glad that they still keep pushing and they still keep going and going and going and going and going. And I'm going to give a shout out to them people. We Beat You, The Great Spills the Tea, Hey Peanut Butter Face. These are all people I know. They all got channels. They all do great work. They all do great work. And great work should be recognized. It should be honored. It should be honored. And I know I got haters in the bush. I already know from where I came from and where I'm going to. And like I say, it don't have to be nobody in here right now. It doesn't. But like I say, we have to realize it's the Easter holiday. God was beat, mocked, ridiculed, hung on a cross, nails in his hands, nails in his feet. Hung up there on that cross. He could have came down off that cross. He could have came down off that cross. But he didn't. He didn't want to come down because he wanted us to have the right to everlasting life. He wanted us to have the right to everlasting life. He could have came down off that cross, but he didn't. He didn't. And I'm going to read a little bit of this. I'm going to read a little bit. God, like I said, he could have came down off that cross at any time that he wanted to, but he didn't. That's the kind of man God is. Take 5 minutes today. It don't take long. Take 5 minutes. It only takes 5 minutes. It only takes 5 minutes to take out and just thank God for whatever it is that you're doing. Because God is a good God. God is in the blessing business. Try God today. Try God today. Try God. Try God today. Just try him. Just try him, because you might you might not think that you're worthy of it. You might think you're not deserving of anything to God. But you have to take that first step. You have to take that first step. You have to take that first step to saying, God, I'm sorry. God, forgive me. Because like I say, we don't do everything the right way. None of us do. We slip, we fall down, but we can get right back up. We can get right back up. And if you're here, like, subscribe, share my channel. But like I say, we have to realize as people, we have to do the right thing. We have to stand up for what's right. And like I'm saying, mental health is real. It's real. And when I'm looking on YouTube, I look at different people's commentary. I look at everything to educate myself, to see what's going on. And I've seen some stuff that's just disturbing, and it's truly disturbing. And I can't understand how some people can defend certain situations, a certain abuses that's going on, and you can see it going on. And when you speak out about what's going on, people get upset and want to distract from the real problem. From the real problem. And I came across a video the other day, and I'm not even gonna get a person's name or channel, because I really don't like to promote bad behavior. But this bad behavior is sickening, if you ask me. And it's you could say it's an individual, but the stuff that he was doing and the stuff that he was saying to an 18-year-old is disturbing. And people are defending his actions, saying it's not why is everybody so worried about it? Or why are you worried about what going on. But I look at it this way. This could be anyone's child, or it could be anyone's family member. And when you put that person out like that in a certain situation, it's wrong. It's wrong. On so many levels, it's wrong. And it's wrong. And until we as people start speaking out about stuff that's wrong, where has humanity gone? Where has compassion gone? Where has our love for our brothers and sisters gone? It's not there no more. It's not there no more. So many people in this world that disregard other people, that turn their nose up at other people, or walk away from other people just because. That's not godly at all. That's not godly at all. That's not godly at all. God look at us all as his children. God said, don't judge no one, or you're going to be judged accordingly. But you know what? I'm going to read some of this Matthew, and I'm going to let you know what God went through before he rose on that third day. I'm going to read Matthew 27 chapter, 27 verse. And it says, then the governor's soldiers took Jesus into the Praetorium and gathered a whole company of soldiers around him. They stripped him and they put a scarlet robe on him, and then they twisted together a crown of thorns and sat it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand, then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. Hail the King of the Jews, they said. They spit on him and they took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and they put his clothes on him. Then they laid him away to crucify him. The crucifixion of Jesus. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross. They came to the place called Goliath, which means the place of the skull. There they offered Jesus wine to drink, mixed with gall, but after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots, and shutting down, they kept watch over him. There, above his head, they placed the written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of Jews. Two rebels were crucified with him, one on his right hand and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, You are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourselves. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God. In the same way, the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders mocked him. He saved others, they said, but he can't save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now, for if he wants him, for he said, I am the Son of God. In the same way, the rebels who were crucified with him also heaped insults on him. The death of Jesus. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came over all the land. And about 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eli, 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 which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? When some of those standing there heard this, they said, he's calling Elijah. Immediately one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine and vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes and saves him. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rock split, and the tomb broke open. And the tomb broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." Many women were there watching from a distance. They had followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee's sons. The burial of Jesus. As the evening approached, there came a rich man from Athar named Joseph, who had himself been a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for Jesus' body, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he had cut out of the rock. He rolled the big stone in front of the entrance to the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and Mary were sitting there opposite of the tomb. The next day, the one after the preparation day, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. "Sir," they said, "we remember that while he was still alive, that deceiver said, 'After 3 days I will rise again.' So they gave the order for the tomb to be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come and steal the body and tell the people that it has been risen from the dead. The last description will be worse than the first." "Take a guard," Pilate answered. Go make the tomb as secure as you know how." So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a seal on the stone and posting guard. Now, what a mighty God we serve that would do something like that for us. To be mocked and whipped for our sins. Just think about it. Just think about it. Now listen to this part right here in Matthew 28. It says, "After the Sabbath, at the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and going to be the tomb rolled back, and the stone sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the woman, 'Don't be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who is crucified. He is not here, he is risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples he is risen from the dead and is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you.' So the woman hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell the disciples. Surely Jesus met them. Greetings, he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshiped him. Then Jesus said to them, 'Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me.'" So just think about that. God is a good God. God is a merciful God. God is a merciful God. But like I say, you have to be thankful, be grateful. Be thankful, be grateful. Doesn't matter what it is, the little things in life, just be grateful for them. Just be grateful for them. Just be grateful for them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just be grateful. Because God is a good God. And you know, like I said, just about the beginning of this video, I know some good people on here. I just want them to keep pushing, keep doing what they're doing. Just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Because God's got you. God's got you. The enemy is attacking it because the enemy doesn't like what we're doing. We moved on from certain things. We moved on from certain things. We moved on for certain things and certain things. For real. We moved on. We moved on. And they're jealous and they're not happy and their souls are not right. I pray the souls get right. And I know some of them probably in here listening, but I don't really care. Some of the haters in here listening, but I don't care. Because I know my name has been mentioned over and over again by these same people. And I hadn't spoke about these people in so long. But they got a supposedly pastor over there, and he's sitting up there condoning all of this, condoning adultery from a lady like it's nothing. If you're going to be a preacher, you got to call out everything. You can't be sitting around certain individuals. You can't do it. What kind of preacher are you? That don't make you a preacher. Doesn't make you a preacher. That's what's wrong with so many preachers in this world today. They preach about the wrong stuff, or they're doing some of the wrong stuff. There's so much stuff that's wrong in this world right now. And it's bigger than a Democrat. It's bigger than the Republican Party. It's bigger than all of us. And if we don't all wake up, we all gonna sink down in the hole. Because in the long run, it's gonna affect all of us. It's gonna affect all of us. White, black, brown, it don't matter. It's gonna affect all of us. And I pray to God that we don't get attacked over here on our own home soil because of an incompetent president who doesn't know what he's doing and how he's doing it, who constantly comes out and lies every single day. And then when you try to ask him a question, he lies and gets upset, and he's always insulting women. Or if you don't agree with his or if he doesn't agree with you, what you're asking him, oh, you're dumb, you're stupid, or you did this or that. No, sir, answer the question. For 4 years, all I kept hearing was Biden was this, Biden was that. Oh, he's not answering the question. He's not answering the question. But as soon as Donald Trump becomes president and some of the crazy stuff that he's doing, nobody questions it. Nobody questions it. Nobody has took the time out, but like, well, maybe it is something wrong with this man. This man has, since he's been president, the only thing he wants to do is prosecute his enemies. From when he was convicted of 34 felonies. You know, the only reason he ran for president, it was so he couldn't go to jail. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then you fill your cabinet with incompetent people that's all around you. Got the man head of the military a drunk. Came from Fox News. Another lady from Fox News. These people are incompetent. They couldn't even run your local bingo parlor. They couldn't even run your local peanut box. Trump is not a president. He don't know what he's doing and how he's doing it. He doesn't care about no one but him and his rich buddies. He doesn't care. All he cares about is him and his rich buddies. And you know what? I don't like Trump. I don't like the Republican policies whatsoever. And I didn't like Pam Bondi, and I didn't like Kristi Noem for what they for the stuff they were doing. And I did not like them women. But if you can fire them for the stuff that they're doing, if you can fire them for what they did, well, it's a whole lot of people that need to be gone out of that White House. Pam Bondi was doing what the president wanted her to do. Lie, cover up stuff. Then when stuff gets out, he want to get mad and fire her. Kristi Noem the same way. Well, there's a little more to hers anyway. But he need to fire himself because he's doing a horrible job. He's doing a horrible job. A horrible, horrible job. A horrible job. But you know what? I pray that God steps into this situation with Iran and touches somebody's heart that will have the guts and the intestinal fortitude to stand up to the president and let him know what's going on is wrong. Because this stuff needs to stop. Innocent lives are being lost. And let's just pray for the families that lost soldiers over there, the U.S. soldiers. Let's pray for the family because nobody's talking about them. Nobody's talking about soldiers or their families. They too busy want to talk about Charlie Kirk getting murdered and then his wife getting upset because a comedian mocked her. That's the most that White House has done. Try to put this lady on a pedestal. Let's just talk about it while we're talking. But like I say, if you ain't here, God bless you. I hope everybody has a blessed Saturday. But I'll probably be back in the morning. I hope to see some of y'all in here. If not, have a great Easter weekend. And remember, let go and let God. And remember, I love you in Jesus' name.